I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
That is the good stuff.
Oh my God.
Salt Lake City Mayor and the 7 members of its city council have adopted a joint resolution that declares racism as a public health crisis.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to share the show right now. So I must have.
Did I
missed
distract you?
No, I'm saying I'm distracted. I didn't
okay,
hear
sorry.
that.
Yeah.
One
One more
more
time?
please.
Yeah, okay.
One more time.
So, Salt Lake City Mayor,
So that's Utah.
Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay. Make sure
Utas.
Mormon
City.
the Mormon Mecca.
Yeah, Mecca Mormon.
Okay.
Mecca like a high, Mecca
like
like
hi
a ho.
ho. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Salt Lake City's mayor and the 7 members of its city council,
You said members.
I did,
Okay.
have adopted a joint resolution.
Okay.
The resolution declares that racism is a public health crisis.
Again, in Utah, Salt Lake City.
The capital of Mormonism,
Um.
the capital of whiteism.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Hold on. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. That
What?
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because
I have to stop.
I can't even freaking type. That just so blows my mind right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You good? No, you're not good.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
You're
I'm trying to
good.
find the exacts. Where was it? Where'd it go?
It had them listed. If
I
you
know.
Go
but
back. It
I
had
could
it
go
listed
back.
in-
Okay.
Right there. You had
All right. One last time.
Okay, I'm going to repeat
Read that one last time.
it. I can almost do it by memory now. Salt Lake City's mayor and 7 of its city council
Again, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Utah
Utah.
Uh-huh. Have adopted a joint resolution that declares racism a public health crisis.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
The where the demographic
Uh-huh.
72% or 73% white.
Yep.
They don't even have black listed.
It
Just says other races 12%. And the breakdown of that is like
Asian and
then
two or
two
more
others.
races. Like, yeah, multiracial 3%, Asian 5.42%.
Just so we're clear, probably arguably the whitest city in the union.
One of at least.
At least.
They're in the
again,
top 5.
I put them at 1 probably, unless you can think of another one.
I can't off the top of my head.
There you go. They're complaining and saying that racism.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, you got to clarify, large city.
I don't think that clarification makes a big difference. It really doesn't.
Well, it does, because there are cities that are literally like the population of a family.
That's not a city.
They have made it a city. They have deemed it a city or a town or whatever you call it.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. I understand the intent of the clarification. However, anybody within the sound of my voice hears Salt Lake City and knows that it is a metropolis.
Like a big guy.
It's
Yeah, it's
big.
a big one.
There's a lot to it.
There is. There's a bit much there.
There is a lot
A lot going on.
there.
Uh-huh.
The population. Let me see if I can find the actual population. Okay.
I can't even get through the story.
Nope. I can't. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. The land area. That's Salt Lake County. Hold on.
That's county, not
Hold
city.
on.
It's
Salt
county.
Lake
It's
County.
city.
I don't want county.
City,
City,
suburbs.
What the hell?
Salt Lake.
Population. Okay, most of this. Blah 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 blah. Between the 1860 and 1950s, white people accounted for 99% of the population.
Until the 1950s.
Yeah, and then it slowly started moving up to now it's
Now it's 72%.
today Hispanics make up 22% of today's population, and there's a growing gay community.
Of 2%.
2% of the population are Pacific Islanders, mostly Samoans and Tongans.
Tongans. Samoans and Tongans.
Samoans and Tongans. I want to know the number. How many people currently living in Salt Lake? Oh, here we go.
There you go. Population density right there.
1,260,730
Yep.
people as of this year.
Yep.
Okay?
It's current population.
So out of 1,000,000,
1.2.
1.2 people, 1.3 because rounding.
Right, sure, yeah.
We'll say 1.3 million people. Still 78% white. And racism is a problem.
Public health crisis.
Oh my God.
The resolution states that in our capacity as a local municipal authority, we declare racism as a moral and public health crisis in our city, state, and nation, and reaffirm our commitment to the principles of the Utah Compact on racial equity, diversity,
up.
and inclusion.
It's 73% white people.
I see white people.
You mean to tell me your magic underwear doesn't ward off racism? I'm sorry. I know that was an ugly thing to say, but come on. Come on. You can't. Keep going. If you don't keep going.
Mayor Aaron Mendenhall was elected on November 2019 and has served the city served as the city's mayor since January 2020.
That's kind of when the elections run.
That's how it works normally. Quote, as an important declaration for us to make as a city, not only are we publicly acknowledging the existence of a grave inequity,
What?
of a grave inequity,
A grave
grave inequity
Okay.
that many in our community have known and experienced for so long. We're also committing ourselves to the creation of policies and ordinances that are anti-racist.
Oh my God. I can't. I literally, there's nothing I can say.
There was so much dead air there.
I couldn't. It was, okay, this was probably the single most difficult thing I've had to do in a very long time. Because,
Thinking just didn't happen there.
well, no, it did. It was the thinking that made me stop. Because the explicitives that was about to flow from my mouth would have probably gotten us in a lot of trouble. You're Salt Lake City. Okay. 73% of your population are white people. I would probably argue, and I hadn't looked at these numbers and I'm not about to, I believe that Mormonism is tops it at about 80%.
Of the populace?
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Which means you probably get all the demographic. I could be wrong, but obviously this is Mormon Mecca. Most people that live there are Mormon. Okay, that's not a secret. That's not a thing. There are just between the fact that there aren't that many other races besides white people, and including the fact that you're Mormon, just your ideology and belief system there alone should, you think, deter racism. At least a teensy-weensy little bit. Did you find numbers? Because you keep you're studying.
The one thing that I found was very specifically the Latter-day Saints temple in Salt Lake City has a square footage of 253,015.
Yeah, that sucker's huge.
It is huge.
It's
Huge.
it's
Huge.
yeah. It's big.
As of 2017, 62.8% of Utahns.
That's all of Utah, though.
That's all of Utah.
That's all of Utah.
All of Utah, with Salt Lake City making up sixth minority.
Ugh.
Oh gosh, there's so many different numbers here.
I know. I don't. Again, I don't have it exact. We're not going to have it exact. I don't think. So
No, actually,
okay, Salt Lake City. That's county, but still okay.
in Salt Lake City County there. Salt Lake City County there.
LDS
Salt Lake
is
City's-
80%
Yeah,
in Salt Lake City County. That's the whole county.
that's
by
the
way.
county.
That's the whole county.
Yeah,
So I get it that there's more to it than that. But when your county,
is 80%.
the Mormons, they make up 80%. And again, there's laws on the books already.
Oh God.
Then you throw in the fact that a majority of your population happens to follow a certain ideology that kind of, says don't be a douche to people at all.
At all, ever. Stop it.
You would
You
think
dummy.
all of that should be enough. So the fact that you're sitting here going, well, you're pandering.
Council Chair Amy Fowler says this.
It smells something foul.
There's no doubt of the crisis. Our society is burdened with bigotry and all hatred that comes with it. Indeed, it is a moral imperative to combat racism, discrimination, and inequities in all their forms. The resolution states that, quote, this nation and the states and municipalities within it have been designed to systematically disadvantage underrepresented racial and ethnic groups, thereby creating health disparities that have persisted even after the civil rights movement following the abolition of slavery.
In Utah? In Salt Lake City?
I mean, the nation and state.
Okay. Again, here's your problem.
Utah is saying that y'all suck.
Yeah, we're going to try and be there again.
We're going to be the light on the hill because y'all suck.
That's basically it. Don't worry about the rest of the country. Worry about you. Worry about you. Stay in your lane. Bloom where you're planted. Handle your business. You want to be, here's the deal. You really want to be a light on a hill. You want to be that something that you can use as a benefit to other people, whatever. Then you don't tout it. You just do it. I'm glad you're finding it all funny.
Oh man, so is everybody else. Sweatimus Prime over there. Is tonight's show Ad Dylan Lyles strokes out and dies to bring us entertainment?
This close, you have no idea.
And then he has the Willy Wonka. Tell me more. I mean, that was happening right. He sent that about 2 minutes after you paused. You had a just straight dead air. Like
My tumor did grow, just so we're clear.
2 sizes that day.
2 sizes today.
Sweatimus Prime. Commandment 11. Don't be a douche, saith the Lord.
It is. That is the 11th commandment. Don't be a douche. I'm just saying, it's there. Read it. Mm-hmm. It's not listed as number 11. You have to read between the lines, but it's there.
Right.
It's there.
It is so good, though. Oh, gosh.
Apparently, this is Adam W. Johnson's favorite show.
Yeah, well, he's sharing it in multiple ways, which we appreciate.
No, I absolutely do appreciate it. But no, I'm just saying
It's his favorite show.
because I'm about to stroke out.
No, I think it's like he's saying that we are his favorite show.
No, but I'm thinking like it might be.
And maybe this show in
I-
particular
I
is
think
his favorite
because the
show
stroking
today.
out might be helping. I can't. Now I would understand. I could understand if somebody from, say, Atlanta,
Chicago,
Biloxi, somewhere like that. Okay, Birmingham. Okay, cool. I'm there with you.
Right.
There's at least a 50-50. You know what I mean? Population of whites to the rest of the, demographics. Okay, cool. I'm there. I'm sorry. But once you pass into the 70 percentile. Shut up. Go shut. Again, you have most of your whole state, again, 80% of your state makes up and believes in a certain religion and an ideology that very clearly says, even though it's in the second book, not in the Book of Mormon, but in the actual Bible, they actually says that you are to turn around and, treat others how you want to be treated. Do you know why?
What's that?
Do you know why I think they're doing this?
No.
You know what I've been seeing circulating a lot lately?
What is that?
Do you ever remember, and you might have seen this pass through if you watch TikTok or whatever, have you ever seen the Mormon 80s cartoon? Talking about the
Are you talking
beginning of
about
the
are you
world?
talking about the origins of life and how the people with black skin were actually, yeah. Yeah.
That's I'm
You think that's it?
I believe it might not
Are
be
you talking about the
reason.
people of the skin of blackness?
Yes. I don't know if that is like the actual push, but I do believe
it's
full-heartedly that
it's from their book.
That's got something to do with it.
It's from their book.
Uh-huh.
Are you saying that because of the origins of Mormonism being semi-racist, if not completely,
Yeah.
they're trying to make
Yeah.
some sort of arrangement for it now?
Yeah, they're trying to.
Because they're like, we're not racist, guys, really?
They're trying to jump in front of it now. Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I do believe so.
They're trying to be the white light?
Which if you think about it,
Did you get that, guys?
I did. It
You
was
got
fun.
it.
I see what you
Good,
did
thank
there.
Okay.
So I'm just saying I don't think it's the primary reason for this push.
Uh-huh.
But I bet
You think that's in the back of their minds?
that kind of stuff is in the back of their brains. I believe it.
I mean, I have seen that commercial, that cartoon. I have watched it,
Yeah.
just to kind of know.
Yeah, I have too.
I was like, and then I did read a little bit, and then I listened to that
me
GB
too.
guy.
Yeah, me
I
too.
listened to that GB guy, and he was like explaining how it was wrong and teaching the wrong thing.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, how do you know?
Yeah,
Because you weren't then. That you weren't a Mormon then.
yeah. Well, and I understand that
I mean, you weren't.
all religions thus far, all the major religions except for Islam, has gone through a reformation.
They've had to.
Okay? They've had to. They have.
And technically, currently, right now, Islam needs one.
Oh, yeah, they've needed one
If
since
they want to become anywhere close to what is considered
acceptable.
actually peace-loving,
Yeah.
like the religion of peace, if it was actually the religion of peace, it would go through a reformation at this point.
Yeah. Which is you can't reform people and still say no, we're going to throw gay people off of buildings. It doesn't work that way.
You can't say, well, yeah, but you got this is the religion of peace, but only if you pay the jizya if you don't want to be in our religion.
I just But so again, I understand that, and now granted, to my understanding, the Christian faith only went through a reformation because of the way they were using it. It actually had nothing to do with the actual ideology and the way it was written. It was just the fact that way people were interpreting it to other people. That's not like the Quran that did this, or that movie from the Mormons.
Yeah, but Toby's sending us he's sending us some homework.
Okay.
Homework for everybody. Listening assignment. Quote, I believe, from the musical Book of Mormon. Go listen.
I don't want to.
Why not?
I don't want to.
But it's fancy.
I'm sure it is. No, I got.
We can read the lyrics at least. Do you want to read the lyrics?
The only reason that this actually makes me giggle a little bit too is so I was, you know me, I'm watching The Office, and I'm
obviously
last night the episode I happened to watch before I turned it off was, it was the episode where Stanley yells at Michael. It makes this big deal. So Michael goes downstairs to the warehouse and he's talking to, daggone it, what the hell is his name? Daryl.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, man, did you ever join a gang? And he's like, why did you think I joined a gang? Because I'm black? He's like, I didn't mean it like that. And he's like, no, I did join a gang. And so Michael sits down and he goes, I knew it. And he sits down and he goes, well, what gang were you in? Bloods? Crips? And Daryl goes, yeah, both of them. And Latin Kings. He kept going down this list. A
The
couple.
whole list of all,
He
every one of
he
them.
was like, what was it? There was some other one like the Warriors or something like that.
Yeah.
The last one he ends with was the Newsies.
the Newsies. It's part of the
The moment he hit Newsies, I peed myself. I was like, ah.
the Greasers. The
Yes,
Newsies.
yes.
Every one of them.
And that's what makes this giggle for me is that, he was a gang in the Newsies. Ah, I'm just saying.
That's why.
Oh my God.
Right there.
Oh, wow. We didn't have to hear it. We just read the lyrics.
We're reading the lyrics right now. That's it.
Oh my.
All we needed is that little blurb.
Oh, dear Lord. Wow.
Just right here.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
That's a bit inappropriate.
Oh my.
Yes.
Did I stutter?
Nice to say. Did I stutter? Have you lost your mind? Because I'll help you find it. I love it. He's so good.
Guy's so great.
There's a dog show. There's a little puppy cartoon.
Which one?
I can't. The one that's got the two little pugs, and the guy's the inventor. I don't know what it's called.
2 pugs and there's an inventor.
Yeah, the guy's the inventor, and he leaves like every day, and the dogs go off on adventures throughout the city and the world.
And they're pugs.
And they're little pugs. Okay. Well, I say all that to say there's a character that's pops in almost every episode, but it's like a quick thing, like a cameo almost.
This sounds like
He
this
does
sounds like like a dog version of what was the thing with the sugar, spice,
Oh,
everything nice.
The Powerpuff Girls?
Yes, it sounds like a dog
No,
version
this
of the
is-
Powerpuff Girls.
No, this is way more like little kid based.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because everybody's nice in chairs and blah, blah,
Yeah, my kids are into like Spider-Man. It's like,
Oh.
the youngest one is into trucks and Spider-Man.
blah. No,
It's like
I do.
everything.
Normally that's my gig too, but my
Yeah.
niece is not.
Or-
is a little
or-
over a year.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Yeah.
My niece is a little over a year, like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And like, so we turned it on for that.
It's the cutesy stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody shares and
Yeah.
is nice to each other.
Even the grumpy mean person is
is
nice.
technically a nice person.
Yeah, isn't it great?
They're only mean because they're misunderstood.
Sure. Or in this show's case, it's because the grumpy one is a pink terrier that looks like an old man, but it's still pink. So it has like the mustache. It's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I say all that to say I'm just so tired of this crap. What in the world? The Addams Family.
Yeah, that's a read it.
Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. Oh, I love musical theater. Saw the musical production of The Addams Family last week. That's my granddaughters with Morticia and Gomez. That is fantastic.
That is great.
I started to ask why the one girl has got a gag on her mouth, and I realized
Or is it
it's
a face mask?
It's a mask.
It's a mask. I don't get it either, but my daughter, my oldest one, likes to wear the face mask now.
It's because she's been indoctrinated.
No, she just wants to like put ball. No, it's because of anime, honestly.
It's your fault.
It is my fault.
That's your fault.
I'm blaming myself
You
for this.
created a monster.
I did. It's because of anime. My kid wants to wear a face mask because of anime.
She doesn't even watch good anime.
That's not true. I made sure she's watched some good stuff.
Like what? Has she made it through the entire Rurouni Kenshin series?
Not yet.
Then
She's seen the first couple episodes though.
No. Is she into it?
Kinda.
Then no, it's failed.
But-
Failure.
Whoa.
There it is. This is
Oh my god.
Puppy Dog Pals. That's it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Bro.
So
Bro.
So Stanley from The Office voices a black guy in the show.
It's created by Harlan Williams. That's why. Okay, that makes sense.
He's funny. Yeah, I forgot Harlan Williams was the guy that
That's
did
awesome.
the voice. But what's funny is, so if you watch The Office, Stanley is obviously this grumpy, old, bitter man.
Yeah.
In the Puppy Dog Pals show, where he voices the thing, what little bit he does, he's always happy. And I looked at my older niece, and she's like 10, 11.
Yeah.
And we were laughing and joking about it when we realized it was his voice. I said, you know why he's happy? Because he's finally retired. This is his life after The Office. She's like, oh my God.
That makes so much sense.
actually, I have a question for him, Steve. How do you know this all so well? I'm just a tad curious, really.
I had questions too.
I'm just wondering.
I had questions too.
I realized that it's like, wow, there's a lot of corrections and things like that. I'm just saying. Just curious.
By the way,
I have my excuse.
By the way, Toby, we do see your stuff on YouTube as well. I just didn't get to reading those yet. Sorry. He's the one that gave us. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't get to it yet.
Racism is a public health crisis. Then how can the Unaffordable Care Act be used to mitigate the problem?
Yeah.
That is freaking genius.
So good, right?
That is fantastic.
Guy's amazing. Thanks, Paige, for jumping on the YouTubes.
Yay! This is on the
And you,
Facebook.
Toby, as well, because you are also on the YouTubes and commenting. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Spreading it around like that really does help. I mean,
that means you actually, one, listen to the show, and two, you're being nice.
yeah.
So thanks.
Yeah. Spreading it around. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
I really, really do.
You should do it.
Yes. Yes. Florida Stanley smiles.
It's only Florida Stanley, though. Only Florida Stanley.
He was so happy then. Of course, he was doing things he should not be doing.
But he was happy.
He was living his best life.
Now.
Yeah.
Then.
Now apparently he travels the world and has two little pugs that seem to be following him around and he never pays attention.
All right. All around the world, pugs just following me.
This is Defenders Live.
Toby McAvoy over on the YouTubes. If racism is a public health crisis, then how can the Unaffordable Care Act be used to mitigate the problem?
Because.
I said, how can it?
Just because.
Because.
Because. That's it. That's all you need to know.
That's all.
Because.
Because.
And that's all you need to know.
That's all.
Big
That's all
Pharma
it is.
Steve over on Twitter.
Yeah. What about him?
He's gave us the name. It was the Puppy Dog Pals.
Right,
And
right.
The name you're trying to find is Cupcake. It was created by Harlan Williams, as we
Okay.
mentioned earlier.
There's questions here.
I have a question, Steve. How do you know so much? I'm just curious. I once a week I am subjected to it. On occasion, I have been able to bounce her around between that and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and
Oh, God.
Bluey.
What?
You ever heard of Bluey? It's an Australian cartoon that is created, and it's about these dogs. It's a whole obviously a dog.
See,
life.
that's no, hold on.
And-
So I've never had a Bluey.
This is a blue. It's a blue.
I've never had a Bluey because, I've never gone to a strip club. So I don't know what a Bluey is.
Then how do you know it involves a strip club? What?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never had a Bluey.
I think you know, but I know.
I know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm
I've never
trying
had
to
a Bluey.
ignore what you're talking about
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I have been there and I know what you're talking about.
I haven't had a Bluey.
I plead the fifth. Anyway, I'm just saying. Yeah, Bluey's another one. And actually, Bluey's not that bad. It really isn't. The only thing that I find a little weird is the whole. I think the dad stays at home and the mom works. So I don't know. And I mean, I understand it's just a cartoon, but I don't know. I've been watching it fairly closely whenever it is on to kind of go, oh, what are they trying to feed these kids in Australia? So
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like when my kids were really young, they watched Pengu.
ugh. At least it wasn't.
It's a claymation penguin animation.
No, I remember it.
Honestly, not that
remember.
bad because they can't talk.
Yeah,
So that's great.
at least it wasn't. What's that one? Caillou. Remember him? That bald little bastard. He needed to be killed in the first episode.
That kid was one of those kids that I would like. If you see them if you see Caillou doing what Caillou does, like in real life, if you see a kid
You'd beat him.
I would just smack him across the face and then smack his mom for letting that happen.
It's like, why are you not being a better parent? What is wrong with you?
Like, that kid is obviously underparented.
Yeah. Like, it's one thing to have an imagination and live your life and da-da-da-da. At the same time,
It's a whole nother to be a dick.
yeah. And when you start crossing into that line of just be, again, 11th commandment, thus saith the Lord, don't be a douche. It's there.
It is there. Freaking Caillou.
It's one of his prime over on Twitter. Dylan saying Bluey made me think of something else entirely.
That's okay. Same here.
Sweatimus, or the Knights Who Say Knee, also at Dylan Lyles, talking about Bluey makes me think he's talking about anime again. That was the Blue Girl, and no, we stay away from that one.
That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tank girls are okay, though. Yeah, Panzer.
Panzer, yeah. Yeah. Dad W. Johnson, also on Twitter, the only Australian I shall ever watch is Mr. In Between.
Don't know. I get no clue.
I have to check it out.
Yeah.
I like watch. Actually, one of my favorite things is like I love some of the things that come out in America, but some of my favorite stuff is to watch foreign TV. I love it. If I could,
Especially the stuff that's quote unquote like big in different foreign markets, but you never get to see it really.
matter of fact, I wish there was an ability, and I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. This is 2021. What I would love for is to have access to watching, not like just shows or like the selected streaming services of certain different networks around the world. I want the ability to tap into literally like the channel. You know what I mean? Like the BBC. I want to like hit a button and watch BBC 4 in just like they're watching it in London or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not even listening to me.
I'm sorry, I had a question.
Sure.
Yeah, BBC 4, I got it. There's a question.
It was unimportant. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's the question?
No, BBC 4. Yeah, sure. But
But it was an example. I want to watch. Like, it's like I want the commercials and everything. I don't.
yeah,
just
you want to see everything about the channel.
I don't want just the shows. Like I would love to watch just the commercials. I think it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, like when I was when I went to the UK, I was when TV was on, I was glued to it because I was like,
It's different.
there's so many things that I don't see here.
Yeah. And especially like when you talk about them, I mean, and it's, they are
The way they run commercials are different.
Yeah.
The way that their shows are ran are
the phone
different.
numbers are incredible hey, if you've been involved in a car accident, call 001-663-7227-831-444-137778. One.
Don't forget the star.
But that's what I'm just saying. Like that's you remember the IT crowd, whatever, the IT crowd, whenever he turns around, they changed up the emergency number. So 5
Yeah, so here's
One.
the deal. 2. And
sorry.
no, here's
I'll
the
just send
question.
him an email.
Here's the question. I've
Sure.
answered it on the thing, but
Okay.
we need to answer it open wide. Okay. Here's the question. It's from a guy. He's pray for revival. He's over on the D Lives. He asks us pretty succinctly.
Sure.
Before I continue to follow your channel, are you paid or any way controlled by the intelligence community or LEA? Dylan?
Wish we were being paid.
I wish we were being paid.
I'm not going to lie to you. At this point, I mean, no. To honest answer, okay,
No.
let's
but
start this way.
once again,
no, we're not.
But everybody would say that.
Yeah, and that's true. That's what everybody would say. But at the same time, like we don't. What little bit of money we have coming in, we have zero sponsors. The only sponsor that we actually push and talk about is American Pride Roasters Coffee. They don't even pay us. They pay the network Mojo. They pay them.
Yeah.
We don't see a dime of it right now.
Right.
At all. The only money we have coming in, honest to God, is coming from
The listeners only.
From listeners. And it's people that honestly, I think we've met.
Personally, mostly.
Yeah, personally, almost
of them.
every single one. And when I
Most
say
of them.
have met them, I'm not talking about just, oh, hi, how are you? I mean, we've broke bread.
Most of them. Not all of them.
Not all of them. There's like one or two I think we may have missed.
That we haven't gotten to yet.
But I think on the whole, we've actually sat down, we've eaten, and we've met with them. So no, to answer your question, no, nobody pays us anything other than the few people who are awesome enough to support the show the way they do.
Right. And that's the reason why
it.
The reason why I wanted you to answer it is because his following statement.
Okay.
Your eyes and facial expression couldn't hide a deception, though. So that's the benefit of video.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And he falls out, not trying to be weird here, just wanting to expose those who may be preaching to the choir.
No worries.
Yeah,
You're good,
no.
bud.
The only way we would be preaching to the choir, honestly, is if we're saying what you agree with.
Right. And if you do agree with it, okay.
Yeah.
But then you just found
But
us
no,
randomly, so
nobody
it's all good.
pays us anything to do anything. I in tongue in cheek say I would be nice to be paid for something like that. We would never accept it, but I'm just saying. To have somebody even approach us
I'm not
and
saying
say,
I'd accept the money. I wouldn't do it. Do it.
well, yeah, we've had that conversation before.
I'd accept the money. Yeah,
We had that discussion before, but I just to
I'm
have
not going to do it, but yeah.
just to have somebody walk to or come to us and approach us, be willing to pay us money for whatever would be fantastic. But no, we don't have.
Heck yeah, that'd be awesome.
Everything.
So
we are supported by viewers like you.
That's right.
Or in listeners, actually. We're a
listeners
radio show. We
mainly.
just happen to be doing video.
So, okay. You brought this to us.
I did.
You
This
brought
is a
this story.
stupid story.
This is so bad.
It really. Did you read it?
No. I can't. You brought me a Mother Jones story.
I know.
What is wrong with you?
Well, okay. So apparently,
Where did you get this?
that's what I was getting ready to tell you. So apparently, in Facebook's mission to stop misinformation, and I use the term
Yeah, loosely.
loosely with air quotes.
Hold
if
on,
you're not
loosely.
watching,
Don't let go.
and don't let go. They have a new thing on my app, and I know they rotate them out on occasion for folks, but
While you're looking for that.
no, it's an easy pull up.
Okay.
So this suddenly popped up. I now have a thing for news.
Ooh.
It just popped up there. Now, usually it would intertwine. It would change out between
Cycling through.
cycling.
Yeah,
It would
yeah,
either be that or what's the store, the shop thing,
Sure, yeah.
whatever that is called.
Okay.
That would be there, and something else would pop up. But that'd be it. News is the new one. And I went, huh. And so I scrolled through it, and the stuff that pops up here's the New York Times, CBS.
So basically only the shills of everybody else.
Hence why Mother Jones. Oh, here's one. The Daily Beast audio reveals Trump gushing over loving, quote unquote, January 6th crowd. It's too bad they stormed the Capitol.
Right.
There's all kinds of stuff. It goes through the Huffington Post, WWG, CBS, Bloomberg, CNN, blah, blah, blah. They do have, there's Daily Wire.
Okay.
So it's a
So
little
they have a
fair.
little bit in
They have a
there.
little bit in there.
Okay.
But I saw the Mother Jones.
Okay, so you saw the Mother Jones from the Facebook.
And I was just
And you
tickled.
send it to me?
I did, because I was tickled. It's the first time I've ever seen anything by Mother Jones. I know I've known better to stay than to stay away.
So you
I've never-
intentionally brought this plague upon us.
I did.
Okay.
Us into the 7 generations of our home.
By the way, Adam W. Johnson, I've never heard the word intelligence used in a sentence talking about DOA show before. Thank you, buddy.
There's your answer.
I appreciate you.
There's your answer. Intelligence
appreciate
and
you.
us don't mix.
That's exactly what we appreciate about you.
Nice you say, "Nee, give me a break." A DOA show airs on Mojo 50 Radio. How much further from intelligence do you want?
See?
Yes. See?
Yeah, but you're a listener, so he can't listen to that.
Yeah, he wouldn't have known that unless he's on Twitter. And,
Yeah, and he's not.
And without we don't know that.
Well, he's not right now.
Well,
He's on the D Live right now.
DOA show. You can be on Twitter and you can engage that way as well.
Right, that's
I'm not
true.
saying get off of D Live. I'm just saying do that.
You did.
Anyway,
So
I found this Mother Jones and I was just tickled because it's Mother Jones. It's like, holy cow. So, and the first thing the headline, where's the headline? Keep going. Okay. The headline reads, and now bear in mind, obviously this is an opinion piece. Mother Jones. Headline says, I am simply asking if Ashton Kutcher is a CIA asset. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, wait a minute. What? What? Ashton Kutcher. Now, he has played a like a CIA or somebody along those lines. He's played that a couple of times.
Right. Yes. And he is very big into that sort of thing.
Don't jump that. Don't jump it.
What? I haven't read it.
No, I know, but I'm saying don't jump it. Don't further that because I'm going to explain. Here's what I'm going to explain all this. Okay,
All right, go ahead.
I'm not going to read this whole thing because it is irritatingly painful. However, the first paragraph, John Krasinski. There's a little nod to The Office again. It gives me no pleasure to inform you that there is a new stereotypically attractive white guy in Hollywood.
Hold, stop. Pause right there.
I'm not even done.
Nope. Stop it right there.
Okay.
We're already to the stereotypical attractive white guy tropes. Already.
It's Mother Jones,
We're
dude.
not even a full sentence into this.
It's a Mother Jones article.
like, this
What do you
is
think?
literally your opener.
Yes. Yeah. This
All right.
is at least
All right.
that way you're not completely blindsided later. It's laying your cards all out on the table now.
All right. You go ahead. Blinded by the sight.
John Krasinski, it gives me no pleasure to inform you that there is a new stereotypically attractive white guy in Hollywood who very publicly loves the Central Intelligence Agency.
Who said that Krasinski loves the CIA?
Because he did Jack Ryan.
And what does that mean about him loving the CIA personally?
Well, his back stuff is by doing that show, he has gotten...
Yeah, I understand. Like, he's gotten training and all the stuff. And
Yeah, and and when you're involved in that kind of stuff, you have a new appreciation for stuff that most of them don't do.
Public love versus appreciation is very different.
Anyway, they're trying to say that Ashton Kutcher is coming for him. Continuing on, you're thinking the bonehead from that 70s show as a CIA asset?
Well-
the guy who sat on a stool and scared the snot out of celebrities before popping out and coolly telling them you've been punked?
I mean, the punked thing, yeah, definitely.
I'm going to read some of this and I'll explain what all this problem is, what this really truly is.
All right.
The thought never crossed my mind about Kutcher's relation to the security state until today when I stumbled onto an Instagram post of 2 screenshots from his Twitter. He tweets from 2009, spent the morning picking the brain of a former CIA guy. It really makes you wonder if anything you come in contact with was not manipulated.
Duh.
And then from 2018, so 9 years later, just sending out a morning shout out to the men and women of the intelligence community that keep us safe and protect our country. Hashtag gratitude, hashtag TY.
Thank you.
Yeah. With a photo of a haggard pic of Kutcher drinking his Morning Joe from a CIA mug.
Okay.
Okay.
So he has an appreciation for the CIA and for people that do intelligence work.
Now, as again,
okay.
I'm going to be reading as exactly as it is as the person writing this. Okay, what's going on here? I went to Twitter and saw a separate Kutcher video that had gone viral. In it, Kutcher explains how TikTok might actually, at least partially, be a Chinese psyop to influence the minds of Americans. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company.
Stop. Can I pause here? Duh.
Yeah.
Mother Jones, catch on. Like the moment that everybody...
You're starting to get the whole point of where I'm going with this article. Quote, if I am in China and I want to think about a problem that the area of the world, specifically a naval problem that the area of the world in the South China Sea, I would probably want to use TikTok to influence the minds of Americans in an anti-U.S. propaganda, anti-Taiwanese propaganda effort. That was Ashton Kutcher on The American Optimist, the podcast of venture capitalist and Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale.
I have
Quote,
no idea what
I don't know
that
who that is.
I have no idea.
To make any kind of war, quote, to make any kind of war from the United States extraordinarily unpopular in order to defend the South China Seas, end quote.
Okay, sure. I can see that. All right, hold on 1 second.
He's smart about it.
Yeah, he is smart about it. Okay, so hold right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Now who's too much
TikTok is
trouble?
being used
As a propaganda tool?
as a propaganda tool. Okay, got that. Now, what? I know, right? Now, think about the viral crap that is strewn across TikTok and gotten into all forms of social media since then. Okay? Think about all the stupid TikTok dances and all the stupid little blurbs and all the and all the challenges that people started killing themselves over, like Tide Pods and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then understand that there is a separate portion of TikTok that is dedicated to political crap.
There is.
You understand, like, if you dive into the algorithms of TikTok, you will find that they actually do sort you based upon what you like and dislike, what the hashtags you use, or the hashtags you usually look at and verify. Also,
What are you liking and how long you're staying on a certain video. And blah, blah, blah.
also they are sectioned off by country.
They are.
And it is very difficult to get into TikToks of other countries.
It is. I was
Unless you decided that you wanted to
Follow.
venture into and follow those hashtags.
Yeah, or follow that person. There was one of them that I saw that I didn't know. It's this. I've seen her before. I've never followed her,
Yeah, but you've seen
but
her
I've
stuff.
seen her enough, and I've occasionally liked her stuff. She has a very expressive face. Like she can make the expressions on her face do virtually anything. And
Yeah.
it's incredible to watch her do some of the stuff. And I just happened to be flipping through the other day, and there was one thing where it was like, where she's talking normal, like this is a serious
Regular
heart
person,
attack.
yeah.
And she made this whole video. She's like, I'm in South Africa. I didn't know that. And she's like, yeah, there's writing and and she throws up these photos and videos of, because now you can do 2 minutes
Right.
of the devastation going on in South Africa. And I'm like, holy cow, like nobody's hearing about this here.
No, nobody cares about that here.
And the only reason why you would even know that is if you happen to be a part of it. It's
Right.
just incredible. But anyway,
Yeah, sorry.
after he talks about how, what he would do and explains the whole propaganda and everything else, this again, Ashton Kutcher says that.
Sure, right.
Continuing on, there's a tremendous meta-irony in Kutcher, a famous, well-liked celebrity talking about the Chinese government using entertainment to influence American sentiment about geopolitics as he talks about geopolitics.
Yeah, well,
Maybe he just read The Economist a lot and has become a hawkish foreign policy guy as a hobby. I don't know, but it's weird. And as a professional journalist,
You're not. First off, this entire article reads as a diary.
at best.
At
At
best,
best.
this is a diary.
At worst, this is like an 8th grade assignment.
Like, this is not. It is very personal.
Yeah.
And it is nothing to do with anything that has to do with professional journalism.
Yeah. So, continuing on. So, as a professional journalist, I tried to ask him about it. Quote, does Ashton Kutcher do any work for the CIA or other U.S. national security agencies? Does he want to? I wrote in one of the most stupid but justified emails I have ever sent in my life to the PR company that represents Kutcher, K21.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything back yet, and I don't think I will.
So there's a just side note. You know that there's like a there's this system that like pretty famous people use nowadays, and it's a direct phone number that hooks into a call line, and they'll periodically send messages out by themselves, but you can also send messages to them, and it goes directly to their phone.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't call it.
Yeah, it's just a texting.
It's just text.
And it's not directly to their phone because...
Oh no, it is.
Well, but I'm saying...
You can set it up that way. So the way that it's set up, you can either set it up directly to your phone, or you can have somebody field the setup with you.
And it is. That's always
how it is. But
because nobody wants their damn phone going.
Well, no, there's people like Gary Vee.
Okay.
He does it.
Oh, okay.
And I get texts from him, his stuff, because I signed up for it because I was like, what is this? Okay. So I got texts from his stuff all like every other day. I get 2 or 3 texts from his thing. Ashton Kutcher throws in one, like I did his too, just to kind of see. Because I was like, because he was the first person I saw that ever did that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when
And
it
so
all came out.
I signed up for it to figure out what it was. And every now and again, he'll just send out like this big mass thing saying, hey guys, this is what's going on in my life, yada, yada, yada.
It's like Twitter without having people.
It's Twitter without Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter without...
And it's only direct conversation.
That's what I was going to
him.
say.
It's a direct line. So
you don't have to...
You don't have to go through his PR company. He set up a direct phone line to text him.
Yeah, but they're not going to respond to it even if it went to that and they read it and everything else. Because let's be
Why
honest,
wouldn't he?
nobody's going to turn around and go, no. I don't care, Mother Jones or no, like they're not going to respond to that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's Google. Continue on. Google obviously was not much more help with than K21, but I still found an article that is in the weird matrix of Ashton Kutcher's fascination with the CIA and American geopolitical interests.
Don't stop. No, I'm not. No,
Are you ready though?
I started reading ahead.
You did?
Yeah.
You know where it went? They haven't. So here's where we're going to go with it. In 2018, the red carpet for the premiere of The Spy Who Dumped Me, an ET reporter asked Mila Kunis, whose ex-boyfriend ends up being a spy, about how she'd react if she'd found out Ashton Kutcher was a spy. Now, bear in mind, they're married.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why they asked her. Quote, I'd be like, I knew it, she responded. It wouldn't put it past him. He also has multiple jobs, like not everything adds up, where I'm like, what do you really do? What is this office you claim to go to? And why is there many different locations of this office? Maybe Kunis wants to give an interesting answer as she promoted her new movie. This is likely. Or maybe she's using a reverse psychology deflection. This is unlikely. Who's to say? Now that's where I'm going to stop. Because that was what sealed it for me as far, and I know there's only like two more things of it.
It doesn't matter.
The reason I went and drug all of you through this.
Thanks.
It go back. Oh, you already deleted. Is the whole point of all this? Mm-hmm. The guy is in Hollywood. Okay. Yeah. And even then, what they did with Mila Kunis, with how it's unlikely that
highly
unlikely that she would use psychological deflection and why?
She's an actress.
That's what I'm getting ready to go with it. People,
it's like we're on the same page here.
I know, it's weird. The journalists, and I use the term obviously very loosely with air quotes.
Journalists.
And people in the media and Hollywood as a whole have this weird thing that they're not real people. That the people who act, actresses, actors, are not real people. Why? Because they've seen them play so many different people. They're starting to buy into the fact that it is not humanly possible that anybody in Hollywood especially could have a mind and think for themselves. What? I know. Unless you have some of the open ones that are blatantly against it, like Rob Schneider, who has no problems telling everyone that they're dumb. But they've bought into this thing with Ashton Kutcher. Again, he was the weirdo from the goofball from that 70s show, and then he was doing Punk'd. He very much.
Didn't he play what's his face in the one of the really big top.
Who's what's his face?
Was it like, it wasn't Bill Gates, but it was the Apple guy, the original. Did he play
Steve Jobs?
Yeah,
I think he did.
He played Steve Jobs.
Yeah, he played Steve Jobs.
Okay, so yeah, he did a bunch of stupid stuff in his young age. Why? Because one, he understood the idea of sensationalism, and two, he knew he could make money doing it.
But what I'm saying is everything he's done, with the exception of probably the Steve Jobs movie, he has played. He played
stupid characters.
He's a comedian. It's funny. They don't know anything like that.
Yeah.
And
but you don't get it. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but
they did it with Mila Kunis too. There's no way that these people could actually think for themselves, that they would actually have an interest in what goes on in the world around them.
So people don't.
They're shocked.
You don't think about this, or this person. People like this don't think about this.
Yeah.
Punk'd.
Yeah.
Was produced basically by him.
Yeah.
It was ran and directed by him. Mm-hmm. He was the brainchild of the thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you not understand how much time and effort, money, sweat that he put into Punk'd to make it that sensational, to make it something that would actually gather people's interest? Yeah. He saw a trend happening and
he jumped on it.
Where it was, the real life things and the reaction stuff and
Jamie
all the rest
Kennedy
of it.
experiment and all that. Yeah.
He saw that and he said, you know what? I can make some money.
Yeah.
And I can make some good money, and I can make it by making fun of
other people,
other wealthy people.
Yeah. What there is they're shocked. This whole story, and they're shocked by this, that he's still grounded to a point.
Yeah.
He's still in touch. How is this
Whatever
guy,
it is.
this major celebrity, how is he still in touch?
How is he not in La La Land already?
Yeah. What has happened? That's what they're shocked about, and that's what makes this interesting to me. That's why I drug you all through that.
Thank you.
A
You know
lot
what?
of words to just say Hollywood is shocked when there are people that don't think
follow
like
the
them.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Do you need some more coffee?
I do.
From American Pride Roasters Coffee, that's where we get our coffee.
Yes.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com is
Yes.
where you go to get historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth. It is that good. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to Mojo50.com. Those are the guys that, for some goofy reason, keep us on the air.
I have no idea, especially with that last story.
I know.
Oh, my God.
We might be getting a call later, but
Yeah, probably
Mojo50, check out the other awesome host of shows over there. Follow us on all of the social medias at DOAE Show.
Ooh, and don't forget to go to our website.
DOAEshow.com. We've got another hour still to go. Get your tweets in at DOAE Show. Use hashtag arm yourselves and Mojo50. We'll be back.
I hate Mother Jones. Oh, my God. It's like, how do you call yourself a journalist when you're writing...
When that's your story?
When that... No, just like the way...
No, but like that's your story. That's not journalism.
The way you write. The way you write.
That wasn't journalism. That's the thing. Journalism is you see a story, you see something happening, you get all of the facts, and you write it out for other people to read. Not, sitting here one day and I seen you Ashton Kutcher actually talk like he had some common sense. I didn't understand that, so I had to turn around and ask a question and didn't get an answer. So I'm going to write a 5-page, 300 thing about it.
700
That's what it
word
was.
article or whatever.
That literally just goes, I don't understand. How is he actually that smart?
How's he a smart guy? Because he has to be.
Because he tries.
He actually tries to
Now,
be
I don't know
smart.
what he believes. I don't know
doesn't
where
matter.
I'm saying, I don't know where his political beliefs are. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I don't know. Okay? I don't know, and I'm not going to turn around and try to assume that I know. But the fact of the matter is that in my opinion, the fact that he's at least willing to talk about other things other than being wrapped up in what Hollywood expects these guys to be wrapped up in, and the fact that he's still trying to, at least to a point, stay connected and in touch with people. We may not disagree on anything, but I believe we could probably have an actual conversation.
Actually, yeah. You
really
could.
do.
You could. He's one of those guys that you could have a conversation with without
Bear
Bull over there on the YouTubes. Mother Jones? Yuck. Mother Earth. Now that's a good beer.
Oh my goodness.
What is the focus of this cast and why? Which cast? Where? What?
I don't know.
Huh? Which cast where? If you're talking about the two of us, we don't have a focus. We're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, that's the joy of having ADHD.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, I have ADHD and you have a job. That's,
I have a
that's
job,
why
so I
we
can't-
go where we go.
That's right. I'm
You're
done.
too tired to hold back, and I'm just like, ooh, keys, shiny thing,
Let's keep going.
squirrel. Yeah, that's.
I need a vet. I need something to vent, and you just woo.
Yeah, I need to be able to run circles.
If nothing else, than with your words.
Yeah, I've thought about this. If I could ever find, because again, I'm not going back ever again on the medication that.
Yeah.
But if I could find an actual, like I'm dropping the name now, but what of the, what's the word that you use that's not the chemical based stuff, like home remedies? What do they call that?
Homeopathic.
Homeopathic. Thank you. I knew it was. I knew it began with an H.
Home.
I got
it starts
that.
with home.
I knew it was H, but. My brain kept saying medicinal, and I'm like, that's just medicine in general, dummy. Anyway, yeah, if I could get a homeopathic version that worked at least as close to that, then I just imagine how different this show would be.
Yeah, it'd be very different. You wouldn't be following trails, and we wouldn't have as many tangents, which means less people would listen. Funny enough.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping people are not listening because there's tangents.
No, they are. They definitely.
Is that
are.
really why?
They're definitely listening because
get coffee.
they're definitely listening because of the tangents. That is definitely a thing. I mean, just think about all the cool stuff that we get to talk about during the tangents that we don't get to talk about anywhere else.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, yeah, here you go. Hop. Going. All right, we're going silent here. We'll be back in about 15 seconds.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I was 6 feet under.
Get your ears in. Sit down.
My God, I'm
Jeez.
At this point. Okay, at this point, do you think anybody would be the least bit upset if the show came back on as far as video goes, and I'm not sitting in my seat and I'm just piddling around?
No, actually not.
No.
No. They'd be
Nobody
like,
would
that's
care.
normal.
I'm cleaning
That's normal.
I spilt coffee and I'm cleaning it up. Okay, I just don't.
Also, holistic.
Holistic.
That's another one.
That was, I think, the word I was actually looking for. was
Holistic, homeopathic, same thing.
Yeah, but the point is, thank you, Sweatmas Prime. It was exactly it.
Holistic.
From the SAV, the bar is pretty low on what it takes to have a conversation. It's don't be crazy, and many fail to meet that requirement.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah. Also, over there, Sweatimus Primes. The tangents are totally a trademark of the show, but now I'm curious as to how, keys, hyper-focused ranty at Dylan Lyles would be.
But if I was on medication,
Yeah, super focused.
you'd be. Oh,
He'd be able to keep on task.
I used to be.
Think about where we are, and then think about how, no matter what, we have a story. And
It may not actually be. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be. There wouldn't be comedy in it because there would be.
there would be. It would just be more direct.
It would be a lot more direct.
Like, it would be, the comedy that would happen would not be from the tangent. It would be from the story directly.
Yeah. No, it definitely would be. It would be way more. There'd be less tangents. It would be more direct. It actually would sound like what most people would think is a proper
regular radio show.
Yeah.
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 No,
But
that's not.
That's not where.
That's not where we are.
I
That's not
could.
what we're going to do.
No. And not for nothing. If everybody else in the world can have some kind of a thing that they can point to and say, oh, well, I need special treatment because of that, then maybe we can use my ADHD as a leverage to
Special treatment?
to get off the ground.
We have a guy with ADHD.
we have
on
a
our
guy
show.
with a
It's
mental issue,
disability.
a disability who
We
runs-
need you to go ahead and run our show.
Put it on the show. Just you don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to turn us
turns
down,
down.
because of a mental deficiency. Do you?
Because
You
then
don't-
we'll have to tell everybody, be like, hey,
Hey, these people turn down folks with mental deficiencies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's definitely us.
I'm mental just because it's just the way I was born, and Steven chooses to be here. That's
how we work this out.
how mental it is.
I'm the cap on the.
Yeah, he's the cap on the pen.
That's it. Oh, so researchers from Ohio State University found never-before-seen viruses in glacier samples taken from the Tibetan Plateau in the western China.
This is so stupid.
The viruses were from ice cores extracted from the Gulia
Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
ice caps in 2015. The ice cores were taken from the summit of Gulia, which is about 22,000 feet above sea level.
Okay.
The ice traps whatever is in the atmosphere at the time, including microbes and viruses. So whatever's there is there.
Yeah, that's usually how ice works.
Yep. So
I don't.
if you didn't understand that, that's what happens. That's why if there's impurities in the ice.
I may have ADHD and be all over the place, but I can at least understand basic science. Okay,
You
keep
know
going.
water. I know how water transitions.
I know it goes from a gas to a solid to a liquid. Goes. The 11th commandment, God said, "Don't be a douche. You're being a douche." Anyway,
Thank you. Quote: These glaciers were formed gradually, and along with dust and gases, many viruses were also deposited in that ice.
okay.
That came from the lead author of the study, microbiologist Jiping Zhang. As he said in a statement, the glaciers in Western China are not well studied, and our goal is to use this information to reflect past environments, and viruses are part of those environments. How people died. That's
it's
part of
not-
it.
No, this
Yeah.
is a
That's part of it.
this is hey, we're finding all of these things. because
Researchers analyzed the ice. They found genetic codes for 33 separate viruses. Of the 33, genetic codes for 4 of them showed that they're part of the virus family that typically that typically infect bacteria. Up to 28 were novel, meaning that they had never been identified before.
You know,
That's why when the coronavirus came out, they were like, it's the novel coronavirus.
but they already knew it was coronavirus.
But it's the novel.
No, it's not.
Because it's novel.
It can't be novel when it was made
It's
in
a
a
new
warehouse.
strand.
It's not. It was created in a lab. Go
We
shut
know.
up.
We all know that.
Go shut up. Just shut up.
So 28 were novel coronaviruses. You got anything to say about that? Anything to say about brand new viruses?
I actually do. There's a couple things I want to say.
Nothing new under the sun. First off,
Yeah, I was gonna say. You know, the one. They're of course these researchers from China.
actually, Ohio State.
Yeah, but China.
Yeah, they're
Chinese.
They're working with Chinese. Yeah,
Yeah,
and they are.
They
Chinese.
conveniently find 33 or 28 more that are new ones. 33 or whatever
that
total.
could potentially kill us all.
Isn't that convenient? However, I will also follow up with, it would make sense in my brain that that's where you would find said diseases, because I do distinctly recall in the book of Revelations at the end of the world, there's, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and one of them is pestilence and disease. Once everything goes like it's supposed to, if you really kind of pay attention to it, the world is going to get a little bit warmer, and I would assume that actually then, ice caps and stuff will melt, which will therefore release said viruses.
Are you saying that the pestilence and plagues that are supposed to hit our entire world at a certain particular biblical event are going to come from China?
I'm not saying anything. It's a high possibility. Or it could actually be literally locked in the ice. And when God comes back and everything kind of goes the way it goes, stuff's going to fall apart. And because, they say mountains will be shaken and fall apart. Well,
Yep.
everyone assumes that means literal just rocks. They have
ice,
mountains of ice.
Yeah,
that could fall apart.
Or like the avalanches.
I'm just saying.
And
I'm
then
not
it melts because it's in lower areas.
I am not by any stretch of the imagination a Bible scholar. I have not been trained in any of that stuff. I'm just literally, seeing
reading it as it is.
2 dots that could possibly connect into something. I could be wrong.
You are more of a journalist than Mother Jones in that aspect.
Because I've at least done some research.
Right.
Passing
You
research.
at least have some passing understanding of what's going on.
I'll take that as a compliment.
There you go. Toby McAvoy over on the Twitter. The show could become DOA show # /ADHD show. Funded by grants, fueled by ADA. Take it from here, defenders.
The problem is I don't ever want to be deemed as having a disability.
Yeah.
Because I like...
we just like picking on you.
No, I like having my guns. And the moment I'm actually classified as being disabled,
Right.
Especially a disabled vet, I'm done. I lose my rights to have guns, and I don't want that.
Right.
I
Yeah.
to know.
No, I get you.
So
I get you. I understand there. Yeah, the paper says the viruses are potentially 15,000 years old.
Okay.
The researchers note that these viruses may be active in these ice cores.
Okay. Well, and again,
They may be active viruses, just frozen.
yeah, of course, they're going to hedge their bet when they turn around and stuff starts getting released.
Well, and they're from Ohio State.
No, they're from China. They're going to China. These things are going to be taken at one way or another. They're going to be duplicated or whatever and copied.
What
And
I'm
the
saying-
information is going to be taken to China. They're going to recreate them.
You don't get what I'm saying. The researchers are doing their research in Ohio State.
Okay.
They are Chinese, and they are from China.
Yeah.
Thus, we can gather, based upon that information and about the information that had all of those lawsuits and other things that were happening with the government in China and trying to keep the Chinese out of our
Business.
universities.
Yeah.
We could say that these guys were actually working for China inside of the university and using the university systems and technologies to do more research without having to worry about paying for it and then sending it back to China.
Doing all the hard work for them.
Yep.
And then we can be blamed for having released it.
Right.
Yep. Oh,
Right.
I'm there.
I mean, you're right there, obviously.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Quote, these viruses that would have thrived in extreme environments, said Matthew Sullivan, co-author of the study.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. These viruses have signatures of genes that help them infect cells in cold environments. Just surreal genetic signatures for how our virus is able to survive in extreme conditions. They're not easy signatures to pull out. And the method that Xi Jinping developed to decontaminate the cores and to study the microbes and viruses in ice could help us research and search for these genetic sequences in other extremely icy environments, like Mars, for example, or the moon, or maybe Earth's Atacama Desert. I've never heard of that desert. The Atacama Desert?
I have. So let me. I mean, I started to say that it shocks me that they're actually wanting to bring diseases from Mars.
If there is any.
If there is any. And then it's like, well, how stupid are you?
They're scientists. They're incredibly stupid.
Well, I was going to say, but if you've watched the documentary Aliens, you know that it doesn't matter what or how dangerous something is, especially in outer space.
Right.
If somebody feels that there's value to it, especially somebody who has access to billions and billions of dollars, they're going to attempt to bring it to Earth. So
every time.
Makes sense, I guess.
Every time you find it in space, you're going to bring it to Earth. Why?
Yeah.
Because.
It's one of his prime over Twitter. Are we working towards turning Get DOE show into a research project?
Yes. Thanks, Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yes.
I miss that cartoon.
I know.
love
Councilman
it.
Jack Hole, Councilman, 5th District.
Uh-huh.
DOE show is Dylan Lyles is not a Bible scholar unless you compare him to the average Democrat congressperson.
Actually,
That's pretty much any congressperson.
that would say there to be any of them, and it doesn't. That's kind of unfair.
That's a very low bar.
That's unfair. That's like
incredibly-
comparing me.
incredibly unfair.
That's like saying I'm more of a doctor than a single-celled amoeba. Right? I mean,
It's like saying I'm more of a mammal than a reptile. At that point, yeah.
that's it. It's when
I'm
you-
more human than a crocodile.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm more alive than space dust.
Well,
Because we don't know about space dust.
they haven't studied space dust.
Anyway,
Dust in space.
it's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
I still haven't gotten the button for the now completely different thing. I need to put it.
I
up
know.
here. I need
know.
to
Well,
put the button up here. Or here. I need to put it here.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I have it over here.
And now for something completely different.
Now, why'd you do that? You turn it down.
And now for something completely different.
There we go.
It has to be heard.
I know it does, but we're fine here. All right. So, elected officials in Michigan County came under fire this week after news broke that they had used $65,000 of coronavirus relief money to pad their own wallets.
Michigan, yesterday we were happy with you. We liked you. We thought, oh, we're on the
You were getting
upswing.
rid of the Whitmer.
Yeah, you were finally taking control and
Doing the right thing.
doing some good things. This is not a good thing. This is a bad thing.
This is like okay. This is very similar to like your kid passed a test or something did something really good, right? They did something really good.
Yeah.
And then the very next day you find out that they also like 2 weeks before destroyed something and didn't tell you and just let it sit there and fester.
Yeah. I'm upset. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Disappointed,
I'm
yeah.
very disappointed.
Yeah, commissioners of the Shiawassee County.
Nice.
Thank you. All of whom are Republican.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Voted last week to use the federal relief money to award public employees, including themselves, a one-time bonus of at least $1,000.
Why?
They called it hazard pay.
Hazard pay.
Hazard pay.
Did they give a bonus to any of the I don't know, the nurses and the doctors who were working in the hospitals?
Are they government?
Did they-
Are they? Are
No,
they?
not even going there. We're not going to talk about that
are
part
they
of it
public
yet.
employees?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Uh-huh.
The money was there for COVID relief.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to give You gave yourself something saying it's hazard pay. Did you give a bonus of any kind to the people who actually were running the front lines? Even so far as to say the people who ran the grocery stores and whatnot, that was hazard pay. They were in front of that stuff.
Well,
albeit it was, we can argue up and down, it was not.
well, they do
Doesn't
go.
even be
They
considered
describe how it was laid out. So you want to hear it?
Okay, maybe it cleaned it up.
Maybe it cleans it up a little bit.
Maybe.
They describe it. So, well, the average payout to the employees of the city or state or wherever, the county, was on average $2,100. Top level employees made quite a bit more. Jeremy Root, the county board chairman, received $25,000.
Oh,
His second tier commissioner, John B. Plowman,
sure he did.
and Brandon Marks received $10,000 apiece. And the remaining 4 commissioners each were given $5,000. So it says that they were only $65,000.
Yeah. So it wasn't even given to all of the people.
Yeah.
It was given. There was.
So I guess what they're only counting that money to these guys, right?
Yeah, the commissioners,
It's 20,
second tier
20,
commissioners,
So
the
they're
chairman.
only, so $65,000 of whatever relief fund that was given, which some of it was given to regular
Yeah, but I'm
employees
saying,
at $2,100.
yeah, everybody else's average got $2,100, which
Yeah.
is fine. But the top guys, Jeremy Root, who's the chairman, got $25,000.
$10,000 twice, $5,000
Mm-hmm.
4 times.
Yeah,
Yeah, the county commissioners are paid $10,000 annually for their part-time job, plus stipends.
you don't need it.
One commissioner, Cindy Garber, who
Mm-hmm.
was awarded $5,000, even stood by the decision, arguing that she deserves the money.
You do?
Quote, I think that I earned it.
That's your first problem, Pumpkin. Don't think.
I work really hard at this job.
I find that hard to believe.
I was here in person all throughout this crazy year.
Shut up.
Another-
Doing what? Sitting there?
Another commissioner, though, Marlene Webster, said she was mortified when she saw the money deposited into her bank account. She plans to give it back.
Forgive my skepticism, Pumpkin, but I need to see that happen before I will.
Before I can count you as as
Because-
righteous,
Yeah, I can't, because I understand you're like, okay, I'm mortified. Okay, that's cool.
give it back.
When it's given back,
Or take that $5,000 and go to the grocery store and just everybody in the front row. Here's 500. Here's 500.
Yeah.
Here's 500. Here's 500. You know, just go.
I would accept that.
I'd accept that too.
I would accept that
Like,
too. But
you need to videotape it though.
yeah,
I need some video proof.
I would need to know, but yeah.
I need proof.
Otherwise, like I don't. I just
This was given to me and it shouldn't have been. You deserve it.
You're just
You
another
deserve-
politician.
Go to like a nurses
a nursing home or a hospital.
or hospital or even like police station or fire station in your area.
Yeah,
You know, something like that.
yeah. You do that,
Okay, got you.
I would accept that. But
Even if it's like just $100 and you're just going everywhere and doing like 100, 100, 100, 100,
so
100, 100, 100. Everywhere you're spending all of it, all 5,000.
to people who actually deserve it. And
Yeah.
again, I'm sure there are some decent people who are like, holy crap, what is this for and why? That doesn't make sense. That's not right. And I'm not trying to take that away from her. I hope that she's being genuine about it, but forgive my cynicism.
Yeah. Several members of the community, located between Lansing and Flint,
Wow.
were enraged at the county commissioner's decision, according to the interviews
Good.
conducted by WILX TV. Quote,
You know, y'all elected them, right?
yeah,
They saw some money on the table and they grabbed it.
Yeah. You elected them.
yeah,
You put them there
you guys put these guys
because you
here.
don't do your homework. You just pencil whipped it. You just said, oh, well, whatever. Or you were distracted by something else or told to be distracted by something else.
Yep. It just continues on about the people complaining about it. This is a local election thing,
It is.
a very local election thing. If you don't know who you voted into place to be in these boards and everything else, then it's your own fault.
Yeah.
And I can't say much because honestly, we focus a lot on what happens around the country and around the world, and we don't talk about what happens here
Well, and
in
it's,
our state?
That's well, and because and this is not to necessarily excuse it away, but when we have to do a show, like not everybody lives here, so not everybody wants to know about here.
North Carolina stuff.
Yeah.
And we throw in some North Carolina.
And we
every now
do,
again.
but
It's
I'm saying
we don't talk about it a lot because of that. But I mean,
and then we, if we pick other states or whatever, the point is we try to do everything for everybody, and
right.
To
Do that, you have to mitigate the
and it's hard
places you
to
live.
pay attention to what's going all around the world and then still have time to go
Well,
back
I
and
mean-
go, holy crap! But we're working on it. We're getting better too. We're not above this. We
Oh,
have.
yeah, no.
We're just as at fault as everybody else. We need
Yeah.
to do better at it as well. And again, election season starts in the next couple months.
Oh, it's already started technically.
Now, I know, but I mean, they've started earlier stuff, but the election season starts in November.
Jeez.
Aren't you excited?
No, it's not November.
Aren't you
It's
thankful?
like next month.
Is it next?
It's like next month.
It's either October or November, I thought.
November is when people vote.
No, that's next year. Yeah.
I know that, but I'm
2022.
saying like they
Yeah, but I'm saying-
they start more than a year out because of this crap.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's usually November, but October, November, August. Yeah. Anyway, point is,
Point is,
it's coming soon. And
to a theater near you.
aren't you excited? Everything you watch now is going to be inundated with it.
Politics.
Aren't you excited?
That's my life anyway.
Aren't you excited?
And it's now or never.
You ain't going to live forever?
That's right. Adam W. Johnson.
I hate you. Damn Bon Jovi.
Adam W. Johnson there over on the Twitters. See right there. You answered your own question. Without tangents, you would you wouldn't need the Monty Python clip. And we love the Monty Python clip.
I know. It's the only thing that offsets it because everybody is also upset about not hearing the old men.
Yeah.
And again, I'm
probably,
working
We'll
out-
probably bring it back here.
I'm trying to figure a way to bring it back.
Yeah.
It's just hasn't happened yet. And I don't know.
I
And
know.
it's too long to just hit it and let it play. It's
True. Yeah, well, that does make sense. Yeah.
I'd have to time it properly.
Bear Bull over on the YouTube. Seriously, what are the chances that you invented a virus in an infinite universe? Pretty high, actually.
In an infinite universe?
Likely.
That you invented a virus?
Likely.
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
Likely.
Yeah.
That one of me made one? Likely.
No, I don't think... now, hold on. Are you talking about parallel universe?
He said infinite universe.
Yeah, but in an infinite universe. The universe we're in is infinite.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
As far as we know. Except for the restaurant at the edge of the universe.
Right. So
Which I still want to go.
No, it's not infinite.
Yeah, because there's a restaurant at the edge of the universe.
Science has proven that it's not infinite. There is a definite stopping because it has to keep expanding.
The question is where?
It is not infinite.
Well, so what's at the end besides the restaurant?
I don't know.
I want to go to the restaurant.
You want to go to the restaurant?
I do.
That's all you want is the
I
restaurant
do.
at the end of the universe.
I want to go eat at the restaurant at the edge of the universe. I hear the food's fantastic.
I do. Also, the show is great.
It is.
Dinner and a show. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Sweatmas Prime over on Twitter at DOA Show. Quote, too long to hit it, end quote. Not something you hear every day.
No, not at all. You're definitely right about that.
B from the SAV. I love the old men.
Yes, I know.
I know.
We know you do.
I'm trying to figure out a time. I'm gonna try and play it. I might skip out at the end of the show and maybe not quite throw out so much of the stuffs
Yeah,
and
just
maybe
kinda have
just
it in there.
play it
That might be good.
and bring the volume of the thing down a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe
we'll
work,
try.
We're gonna work on it. Yeah,
I'll see because I know everybody misses it and I do
he
too.
do too.
I really do.
He liked that ending.
I just don't want to. It's such.
We're
a
not gonna
pain.
get hit with anything for it.
No, I'm just. It's just a pain in the butt to turn around and go back and redo the.
I can add it.
Yeah, but it would have to be aligned right, and we'd have to know time.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get there.
We'll get it.
We'll get it done. Lego Bearing Slug over there. The Chinese find a new virus in Tibet. Yes, we know what new virus is going to Wuhan.
And just in time for Christmas.
That's right. Yes, he beat you to it.
This ain't my first rodeo, son. Come on now.
Right.
I love that series, man. It's so good.
It's very good.
Oh, I'm half tempted to get the that is, even though I okay, so I have the digital version of all 5 books in one book. Okay. Then I have the first book read by Stephen Fry.
Oh, amazing.
It is so good.
He does such a good
I
job.
love it. I
reading.
wish he would do all the rest of them, but he doesn't. But I have found, and I have to double check it. I have found all
that's
the
double butt.
No, all 5 read by Martin Freeman.
I think that would be really good too.
I think that was his name.
Yeah, the guy
Martin
that
Freeman
actually
played
Yeah,
Arthur Dent. Yeah, huh?
it sounds like it would be.
He
really good.
reads all of them, and you know what? He's actually as good of a reader,
As he is an
arguably.
actor?
Well, yeah, definitely. But I was gonna say, but when you hear him read, he's not as good as Stephen Fry. Like that's hard to.
It's hard to compare.
That's all big shoes to fill.
Yeah, it is. Well, he's also really tall.
But I know he is. But he's close.
And
Like
Freeman's a
he's
short guy.
Freeman is close, like really close.
That's good. I like that. That's nice.
Like he does the voice change.
yeah.
It's all you gotta just go on to Audible and just listen to a sample
of it,
and you're
yeah.
like, whoa,
Very
okay.
good. Yeah. So the last series that I bought, like the full series, was Dune. Was the entire Dune series.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I mean, it was too boring for you, I think, because there's a lot of political intrigue in there. But I freaking loved that thing, and it was read by the same person throughout the entirety of it. And it was like 9 books.
Yeah.
This is Defenders Live.
Bearable over on the YouTubes. I'm so glad I caused a conversation between you two. It's not hard.
No, it really isn't.
Again, ADHD. Not
Throw the ball, buddy.
hard
Just
at
throw the ball, toss it out. It's
Adam W. Johnson on Twitter. Can you guys compile me a list of all the women that respond that they love old men? I'm getting gray. Just saying.
well, I mean, you do have grandkids, so
Yeah.
you're there.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
You're called distinguished, sir.
Yeah, I know you can't see it on the video. I have gray.
Well, you do only in the beard.
There's a reason why I shave the sides of my head.
I know it's because you have the little dots.
I do.
You're scared of it, aren't you?
Not really. I no. In the decision to start growing my hair out, and I don't know why I did it. I just said,
Made
the
a
hell with it
decision
one
to
day
do
to do
yeah.
it. It's, I'm not necessarily married to it, but
Yeah.
anyway, the reason I do it the way I'm doing it now is because so I cannot stand the part when you're growing your hair out and it's like hanging over your ears. And it's that 80s stuff. Like you can't do anything. You're constantly
many
doing
times
this
is
to
like,
try and get it
dude,
because it's too short.
No.
But it's too long.
How many times have you known me to like get to that point?
I know.
And I get so pissed off about
I
it.
know. You're like, I gotta cut this.
Like within the next 2 days, I have a haircut and everything else. I'm fine.
If I could get past that, I'm fine. And
I can't get past the wings, bro.
That's me. That's my problem.
When my hair turns into feathered wings,
Yep.
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's too much now.
I know. Me too.
Like it's too much. I
too.
can't do this.
That's why I just shave the sides like I'm doing and just call it a day.
Yeah. So what I did recently last time was I let him keep the top a little longer so the wife would be a little happier, and I got the sides pretty well close.
Yeah.
Not
You're
like
not
you.
doing me.
I don't do the whole military thing, but I got it closer, and then the top was just like slightly longer so the wife would be happier.
Yeah.
And I think that worked out.
The other reason why I like doing the style like this is with the side shaved and blah, 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 because before I start growing it out, it was the same thing. I just had a little bit long on top and styled it.
Yeah.
So if I ever decide I'm done with it, I just go snip and then
See,
I'm done and I don't miss anything. Whereas if you go from having a full head of long, and I've done this.
Yes, yeah.
I had a full head of long hair. And when I cut it, it was like a day and night change.
You were like,
Yeah, like it was completely weird to just do anything. Whereas at least if I stay like this, the only difference is I'm not going to have
little dangly bits.
little
at the top.
dangly bits, which is, I mean, it's going to keep getting longer. But my point is I'm not going to have that tail anymore. And that's,
That's no big deal.
no, it doesn't bother me. It's not going to be as nearly a culture shock. So.
Yeah. For you, especially, because it's. But no, like, goodness gracious! Right now, you know what I can do though? At this point, I can do the side part, and I can do like the 1930s haircut. Right
Oh,
now.
the slick.
Yeah, no, the side comb.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the
But
side comb
slick,
back. Yeah,
where you could
the slick comb over. Yeah, I could do that right now. I could do that, and it would swoop across just like it would.
If I did that, I'd look like Justin Bieber.
Yeah, you would. But I can do it right now. And then like I'll go to a swing club and I'll do a little dancing and a good flare all across my face and be like, yeah, swing kids. Anybody? No reference?
No,
Anybody?
not doing it.
Anybody?
No,
No?
no. Not
Fine.
going to.
Dead Poet Society then.
I know. Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. Actually, you can see the gray in my beard also. I have chestnut colored hair, so the gray doesn't show. Yeah, I'm the same way.
yeah.
It's there. You just can't see it. My chest hair is getting pretty gray though. I don't have really any chest hair. I don't. I have like
I don't have much to talk
I have
about.
like little bit. When I say a little bit, if I waxed it, you would, or I shaved, you would never know it was there.
I'm one of those weird Italians that don't have a lot of chest hair.
Yeah, that's
Like, weird.
actually, you know what? I'm thankful for that though.
I am too.
To not that you don't have facial hair,
But that
you
you
don't
don't,
have chest
yeah.
hair. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird Italians that don't have it either.
I'm glad I don't have it. There's just something about, and I don't fault anybody. If you're used to it, you're used to it.
I don't like being fuzzy like that.
Yeah, I'm afraid if I was to have chest hair, it would end up being like
Shaved.
no. I'm saying I would be that guy who, when he would have his shirt unbuttoned, would look like he's smuggling a shag rug.
Yep.
That's what I would look like.
Yeah, you would, because it would get all up in
I know,
everywhere.
and I don't like it. Nah, so was wrong. He's not talking about swing club. He meant swing clubs, not swingers.
Yeah, like, 30s, big band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's not what he meant either, but it's funny to pick up.
Hey, let's go.
I don't wanna.
You don't?
I do.
Yeah, you do. Because it's going to lead
This
into another
is
story.
from the AP.
Yeah.
Yeah. COVID-19 cases nearly tripled in the U.S. over 2 weeks amid an onslaught of vaccine misinformation. And that misinformation is straining hospitals, exhausting doctors, and pushing clergy into the fray. Clergy.
Clergy?
Pastors.
Why?
Quote, our staff, they are frustrated. End quote.
That goes back to the Bluey.
Said Chad Nielsen, the director of infection prevention of UF Health in Jacksonville, a Florida hospital that is canceling elective surgeries and procedures after the number of mostly unvaccinated COVID-19 inpatients at its two campuses jumped to 134 from a low of 16 in mid-May.
So, University of Florida.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be so,
In Jacksonville.
I gotta say, instead of University of Florida, if it was just Florida University.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. That's why they didn't do it. Quote, they're tired. They're thinking this is deja vu all over again. There is some anger because we know this is largely a preventable situation and people are not taking advantage of the vaccine. I was thinking more like,
How dare you?
I think that fits better, I think.
It could have been.
That's
Sorry.
what the
It could have been.
Across the U.S., the 7-day rolling average of new cases rose over the past 2 weeks to more than 37,000 on Tuesday, up from less than 13,700 on July 6th, according to the data from Johns Hopkins University. Again, I wouldn't. It's Johns Hopkins University.
Yeah, whatever.
They are well in the pocket of the propagandists. Anyway, health officials blame the Delta variant. Of course they do. And slowing vaccination rates.
So, funny thing about the slowing vaccination rate stuff. So they keep on blaming the unvaccinated. Unvaccinated.
do.
Unvaccinated. It's mostly unvaccinated. Not anymore.
No.
Nope, not anymore. They're
not.
now seeing a major increase in the quote vaccinated folks, specifically those that have been vaccinated for more than 6 months.
Yeah. See, this is, again, the whole thing is, this is why people are not, they're calling it misinformation and all of this other stuff. When people hear vaccine, normal, everyday human beings hear the phrase vaccine, they think it prevents it.
Or stops it from happening for at least 2 years, because that's the normal vaccine rate, like
And
1 to 2 years.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
No.
When the people get the vaccine and then still contract
The virus.
the virus, they go, oh, well, it's just there to lessen your symptoms.
That's not a vaccine.
Then what's the point? I'm not saying that having COVID is great. I'm not 100% sure. I'm convinced I had it back in December.
I think you did too,
I
because
really
you were
did.
almost dead.
And it was quick.
It was quick
came
and
out of
painful for you.
nowhere.
Yeah, it just boom.
Like it hit me, and I don't go down, especially at work. Like, that doesn't
Oh,
happen.
you went down though.
You know me. I don't.
You were
that doesn't
down
happen.
for the. I'm surprised I didn't catch anything. You were down for the count.
Yeah, it hit hard, and it was rough. I mean,
Yeah.
chills and all that jazz.
Like,
I was
he was
out
bad.
I was out for 4 days.
Yeah.
But the point is, thank God it was a Friday.
Right.
Anyway, it just worked out really well.
For you.
Yeah, it did. But you're gonna get it. It doesn't keep you from getting it. It just lessens the symptoms. And okay, fine. So the symptoms suck, but it's not like it's not like the vaccine goes, okay, well, of these symptoms, it prevents you from having this one, and this one.
No, it just says you're still
It
going to get all the
lessens them.
symptoms.
You're going to get everything.
And if you have a problem already, once again, okay, we're not doctors.
No, I did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express, though.
He did, but we're not doctors, okay? So anything we say, grain of salt, all right? Throw it over your shoulder, whatever you want to do.
We're just talking common sense.
Common sense understanding of this stuff, okay? If you have things that complicate your system, i.e., you are already sick, you are
Or susceptible to being sick.
susceptible to being sick, you have a low immune system, you have something that's destroying your immune system, you have another issue underlying, even if it's just you can't breathe well already, or you get winded when you walk too far.
Why are you looking at me?
For
Ass.
for
You're
dramatic
an
effect. Yes, that's exactly right. No,
11th commandment, don't be a douche. What are you doing? You're being a douche. I'm fat and I'm a smoker. Leave me alone.
all of those things can contribute to it being worse on you
It does.
as an individual.
Yeah.
So, should you take the vaccine, yes or no?
If you want to. If you feel
like it'll do better for you to take the vaccine, take the vaccine. If you don't, then don't.
then don't.
And that's it. So scientifically, statistically speaking, if you are in the age range of before 55 and you are generally healthy, you won't have an issue.
Yeah. Generally. And again,
Well, you will have an issue, but it just won't be life-threatening.
yeah, which is why it may have kicked my tail pretty hard, but I didn't have any
Then
issues.
you got back up again.
Yeah, I was better in 4 days and everything was fine.
Right.
Again, this is the same reason why I don't take the flu shot.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't keep
just
you
makes
from
you sick.
getting the flu.
It makes you sick.
Now, some people don't get sick from it. For me personally,
I
it
do.
does. Every time I get it, I get sick. Now, some people don't. But they don't push the flu shot the same way either. They don't push it like this. They don't sit there and say, it's almost mandatory. Have you had your flu shot today? You can't come in here.
They do talk about the flu shot pretty much all the time, but
Yeah,
still.
but it's the only comparison that they have for this because it's the only vaccine, quote unquote, that they have out there
well, once
for
again,
something like this.
It's not a vaccine.
It's not. One, it's not been FDA approved. Not that I think that
Care
makes a
about that at
difference.
all, but still.
But the fact of the matter is they haven't been able to get it
Approved.
cleared.
It's not cleared. You are all test subjects.
Congratulations, you're doing this for free.
Now, if you take it
Yeah.
with the understanding that everything that happens to you up to this point is not federally insurable because of X, Y, or Z,
Yep.
then you're good. You're good. And you accept the risk that, because there are people, especially in the younger generations, that are taking this and getting hurt by the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it happens. I don't know why. I don't understand this at all. This doesn't make sense to me. Okay,
Yeah.
the virus doesn't affect anybody below the age of like 12.
Yeah.
Does not affect them. They can be a carrier, but it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah.
The vaccine can kill
Yeah.
anybody under the age of like 15.
Yeah. Again, it's just it should be one of those things. It's not like Ebola where there's no cure. It's not like it's something that you are guaranteed to get it and you're going to die. I'm tired of this push, and they keep saying, well, it's misinformation. Well, maybe if you were honest about the information from the get-go, you might not have so much quote unquote misinformation.
See, I think Toby had
And Toby had too. This is the same thing I had.
2019, December of 2019.
Same
I bet
time
you
as
had
me.
it too.
This is Toby McAvoy over on Twitter. December 2019, which was the same as me.
Yep.
2 days bedridden. I was out for 3, but that's just because it literally fell. It was on Friday,
and we had to make sure that you were good on that Monday. So you were out technically 4 days.
Well, yeah, but that was before COVID was a thing. Remember?
Yeah, but there was still a mandate from the
No.
from the work.
No, they wasn't. I came back and it was like I said, it was either 3 or 4 days. Anyway, same time. He was bedridden for 2 days. I was like that Friday I came home.
You were
Steven
out.
dropped me. I called
He
out
was
of
done.
everything. I drank a half a bottle of NyQuil. Took a very hot shower. I bundled up in sweats. Had like 600 blankets on the bed, and I passed out. And yeah, 2 days. By day 3, I was feeling a bit more. Yeah.
Regular.
Same thing. Respiratory issues. Fever, but not below 102. Yeah, that was me too. I didn't get like crazy high, but that was me.
Yeah.
Fatigue like I've never experienced. What was mine?
Oh, you were dead.
Like I couldn't.
He literally couldn't move.
Yeah. And he
Like-
watched it happen.
I saw him die.
Because we drove into work together that morning, and
He
I'm
was
like,
fine.
It was fine by
Well,
noon.
no. You
by
were,
noon.
Okay, you weren't
Well, I was
fine. You were like, dude, I'm not feeling too great.
Yeah, but I was functioning. I was.
I'm okay.
That was that we got to work at 7:30. By noon,
You were dead.
and he watched the entire process. I was going.
Like he was sitting in the we were doing stuff at the office, and he was sitting in the chair, and I saw his body go like half limp.
Yeah.
And he wasn't tired. It's just his body said no.
Yeah, I'm like, we're done.
He's like, I need to go home now.
Yep. Continuing on with his tweet, became uninterested in breathing because it was too much trouble. I was similar.
Yeah.
It was just one of those. It's like,
And we're not trying to swap COVID stories or anything.
No,
like
we're
that.
not.
It's just
But he follows up with the partner never got sick, which is truly odd. Same thing with us.
Yeah.
We were in the car together. He
Like,
drove
yeah.
me there and drove me back.
I was there when he was at his most contagious.
Yeah, and nothing happened. I'm just saying, it's one of those things where I wish we could go back to the point to where people are okay. You do you. You know what I mean? You make the decisions based off of what is best for you, your family, and your situation, and to hell with everything else.
Right.
This whole thing, well, it's misinformation. These people are getting this. And you know what? They might be getting it.
Yeah.
They might be coming up. Maybe these cases are rising. Maybe that's so. I'm telling you now, it's not because the unvaccinated aren't getting the vaccine. I can tell you that now. Because that's a crock.
Yeah. It could be this, though. A man wanted to take a flight, but he had been diagnosed with coronavirus, so he can't go.
Okay. Okay.
Good so far?
Okay.
The man from Indonesia devised a scheme
Okay.
where he could board the commercial plane and everything would be fine.
Okay, how does this supposed to work? Exactly.
He decided he was going to dress up as his wife.
His wife?
His wife.
His wife, you said. Not
Yeah.
his brother.
His wife.
dad.
His wife.
His wife.
His wife.
Okay.
And he'd have gotten away with it too
Okay.
if
Well,
it weren't for those pesky kids. I had to finish the
I was
sentence.
getting ready to get there
had to
myself.
finish the
I was
sentence.
like, how is he going to do it? Because if not, I'm there. I'm already ready.
No, it says, if it weren't for one mistake that he made in the middle of his flight.
Okay, what did he do?
The Indonesian man, who has only been identified by his initials, DW, Arthur, anybody, went to the Halim Perdana Kusuma Airport in Jakarta.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
He wore a niqab that covered him from head to toe.
Okay.
Full beekeeper.
Gotcha.
Yeah, including full face veil. The only feature that had an opening were the eyes.
Okay.
He used his wife's ID and her negative PCR test as a result, test results to get past the security and board the commercial plane.
Okay, that's crappy. I mean, again,
That's a very douche move.
it is. I'm of the type of it's not a fun thing to have.
Yeah.
It
Stay home.
but it's just like
ready.
with the
Get
flu,
better.
just like with pneumonia, just like everything else.
Yeah.
Stay the hell home.
Yeah.
Okay, just don't be a douche.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah.
okay, keep
Okay.
going.
During the CityLink Airlines flight from Jakarta to Ternate,
Mm-hmm.
the cross-dressing passenger got a little too cocky.
Okay.
He entered the bathroom dressed as a female, but departed the lavatory as a man.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh no.
He took off the beekeeper outfit. The attempted switcheroo was noticed by the airline attendant,
Well, duh.
who foiled his plans.
Okay, I understand. Had you not had said something, and I still might make this joke anyway.
Might as well.
I'm going to. So he disguised himself as his wife.
Yep.
Again, I understand it was a full face covering. However,
However, I'm already there. You're good. Go ahead.
does that mean he has an ugly wife or he's a handsome woman? Again, I understand full face covering. Got it, but I'm just
Maybe he has pretty eyes. I think he just has hungry eyes.
I was getting ready to say that too. Oh. Now, for some reason, I have a desperate need to hear Hall & Oates, and I don't know why.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know why. Oddly enough, after you went Hungry Eyes, I'm going man-eater. Has nothing to do with the story, but I'm like, man-eater.
Man-eater, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
He's still standing.
Someone was Prime over on Twitter at DOA Show. Tonight's show title needs to be changed to The 11th Commandment since it just keeps coming up.
It's true.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. Maybe that'll be tomorrow.
Apparently somebody hit and run on Lego Bearing Slug's car. That sucks.
Not cool.
I'd hit somebody. Adam W. Johnson over on Twitter. Because I work at night, my doctor has me on high dosages of vitamin D3. Mm-hmm. I haven't been sick in a while, knock on wood, but I'm sure the vitamin D helps with that.
Yep.
And as you know, I've spent a week in the hospital room with a COVID patient. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah. So the vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. Those three things will help.
Yeah, January 2020, sicker than a dog for a week. This is a Lego Bearing Slug too.
Yep.
Excuse me. Upper respiratory. Pink Floyd had only mild symptoms for 2 days. But he's on hydrochloroquine for malaria.
So
Yeah,
he had mild symptoms because he was on the medicine,
but for something else.
but for something else.
I'm just saying this is the kind of stuff that I don't care. If somebody come to me and said I've been vaccinated, okay, cool, congratulations, I'm happy for you. If you feel that you need it, okay. If you don't, then don't. It's the same thing to me, honestly, as the whole gun debate thing. If I find out that you refuse to have guns,
Okay,
cool.
no problem. Don't come begging me to protect you, though.
No. I'm not even going to go that far. Like that's
I mean, honestly,
In
don't
a
come
sense,
begging me. If you were around me,
if I
and I'm
watch
protect-
it and see it happen,
yeah, I'm gonna
no,
come over and help you. But don't
I'm going to
come-
help it regardless. But my point is
Don't come
like,
begging.
no, it's the right thing to do.
You made your own bed.
If you choose not to, you have your reasons, and
Okay,
and
let's put it
that's
this way.
fine.
If you're a douche,
Right, that's different. If you're a douche, I'm still going to help you, but afterwards, I'm going to be like,
maybe you should get a gun now, buddy.
next time, first one's always free.
First one's free.
First one's free.
First taste.
Yeah,
First cut's the deepest, you know?
that's what they say.
This-
But it's one of those things where I just wish we could go back to that point of, you know what, it's fine. It's, you do what you do best, what fits your life best. Because I don't know why you will or will not take it. I don't need to know all of that deep down stuff. The problem with it is the society, especially in America, has been pushed to a point of you don't trust anyone
and complete
at all.
polarizing.
Yes. We have been so divided that everything is a point of contention. Everything. Well, you don't have you haven't got the vaccine. You must be intentionally trying to destroy us all. No.
I just don't think it's worth it.
Yeah. Again, and that's the way it all is. And on everything, we're so divided. We don't trust anybody. I remember, like me, I grew up. I remember when I was a kid.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, they do too. That there was a point where, people trusted their neighbors. People trusted each other.
No.
You gave people the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't happen anymore.
I trust my neighbor.
I don't trust any neighbors.
I trust my neighbor.
Well, that's because you actually had conversations and talked to him. And
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
stuff.
Like, great person.
The kids come over from my neighbor's house.
Uh-huh.
I've never once spoken to the adults. I get like the casual wave and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're like, hey, our kids play together.
Mm.
Wave.
Yeah, it's basically
Well,
that.
so-
it's like keep your kid out of my yard when nobody's here.
It's funny that you talk about how how these people are and how everything's been going, because there's another issue that's been happening lately.
Another one.
Another issue,
Shocker.
specifically around people that are fully vaccinated.
Okay.
Quote, after a year of isolation, many people have developed an intimate understanding of what it means to socially isolate and are afraid to return to their former lives despite being fully vaccinated.
Why? I mean, I know why. No. I know why. It's because when you have fully locked yourself away, when you fully isolate yourself, and some people have done it for a very long time.
When you give yourself away.
Yeah. You have, your thoughts to keep you company, and your mind runs all over the place.
Yeah.
And then all you're turning around and doing is watching the news and being inundated with all this stuff.
Yep.
And you've lost that personal connection to another human being.
Yeah, that's bad.
Once you've cut all those ties, you're like, well, why am I going to go out? I've obviously survived like this. It's not that big a deal, and everything bad is out there.
But that is a big deal because you're literally killing yourself at that point. Yeah, it's called cave syndrome, apparently.
They just made that crap up, and you know it.
Yeah, they did. Quote, emerging into the light after a year locked inside is proving to be a difficult transition for some people.
Oh, it's not funny, but it's funny. You ever see the movie Benchwarmers?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember Nick Swardson's character? He was afraid of everything, and so he locked himself in his house all the time, to a point like he even locked himself in the closet.
Yeah.
All I could think about when you talk about them emerging and blah, 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 that's all I can see is him walking outside with that little plastic sword. And all of a sudden, like, he sees the sun and he just freaks the hell out and runs back inside. It's like, ah! Yeah, that's all I thought about. And it's so not funny,
I
but
kind of
it's
think
funny.
of Blast from the Past, Brendan Fraser, the whole thing.
Underground bunker, they think everything's going, and then like finally he has to venture out after because it's sealed. It's a sealed container. So he's a grown adult, never seen the world, never seen anything, never known anybody but his parents,
Yeah, no, that's a good one too. It's just emerging from the light. A year locked inside is proving difficult to transition for some people.
Yeah.
That's all I see, and it's
It's so stupid.
it is.
It's so stupid.
We've lost. This is why, like, human beings have an innate desire for connection with another human being. We're social creatures.
We are, and even if it's just small, minute things back and forth, even on the Twitters and all the rest of it, you need it. You need connection. You need interplay. You have to have those points of reference.
Yeah, and when you're being fear-mongered all constantly, and when people are just telling you it's always bad, nothing's going to be better, your life is going to suck. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Yeah. Everybody's going to die. You're all going to die.
Well, everybody is going to die.
Yeah, but you're all going to die tomorrow if you go outside right now.
No, I'd rather live my life. Thank you very much. I like my life. I like being able to go out and enjoy it.
It's my life. It's now or never.
I was talking to the gas station attendant, and then we were actually this afternoon, and I've made a comment about, North Carolina might be going back the same way as everybody else. Oh, we might be having another lockdown again. Same thing I told everybody else. And even she agreed. She's like, if they turn around and do something like that, it's going to be ugly because nobody's going to follow it.
That's right. Beef in the SAV. Finally, I'm hip.
I've been avoiding people for years. Everyone finally caught up to me.
Yeah.
Thanks, COVID.
Adam W. Johnson also, preppers have always been made fun of until there's no food and lawlessness, and everybody knows they have food and guns. At that
Right.
point, if you want to live, you have to no longer have a heart or you will all die together. Sorry to bring the show down, but it's true. And it is.
It is, yeah.
You have to be able to stand on your own ground and your own 2 feet, and it
You know the one thing
sucks.
that the ground that I stand on?
American Pride Roasters Coffee.
That's right, American
That's
Bread Roasters
the
Coffee.
best grounds.
Yeah, it is.
Historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it into your mouth. Mojo50.com. That's where you get amazing 365, 7 days a week,
Radio,
24-hour
talk,
libertarian talk radio.
Go to our website, doashow.com.
Follow us on the social medias, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!